I find the joke that they used to make their point offensive. I have no personal issue with their point. I disagree, but it's okay for them to have a different viewpoint from mine. However, they are exercising their freedom of speech, albeit to a point in a way that I find offensive.
I think they're limiting people's problems to a cupcake, which is very offensive and distasteful.
It is offensive, but it was meant to be so in the first place, to draw attention to the political beliefs of the club that's on campus, so I can understand where they're coming from. In terms of should it be allowed as free speech, yeah. If I personally agree with it, no, I don't.
It's one thing to have a conversation around affirmative action and to want to bring up the issue and have a dialogue about it, and another to reduce it in the way that the big sale did. So I think that maybe the best way to do it would have been to host a forum or something, or to have maybe host a debate about it or something like that, that maybe could have led towards a productive dialogue instead of something more like just a screaming match where people are defensive.
The best way to actually protest the bake sale would have been to ignore it and not let it get, attention in sales. And I also think that most of the response on the part of the liberal opposition to the bake sale has just lacked critical thinking. So as distasteful as I found the bake sale, I really found the response much worse.
I think that unfortunately there kind of are, in the sense that whenever you're sitting around declaring reverse racism, you maybe need to take a look at where you're coming from. I don't think it's intentionally racist. I think that unfortunately racism gets internalized in a lot of ways and naturalized in a lot of ways.
This has been done before. UCLA did something like this 10 years ago, but Berkeley tends to get more publicity, so I see it firing up a lot more. That's why there's something like this happening. I don't really doubt that they have good intentions. I just think that they're doing it in a kind of inflammatory way.
No, I think the bake sale is trying to prove a point about affirmative action, and I personally actually support affirmative action, but if I were trying to make a point, I can see why they would have done it this way, and I also think that any attempts to call the bake sale racist, you've lost the argument already because you're now calling affirmative action racist. So if you have a problem with the bake sale, you need to draw a distinction between the bake sale and affirmative action. That's the argument that needs to happen, not so much this bake sale hurts our feelings, because you've lost. You've just lost. You've played into their point exactly.